Hello, welcome to Z Explains BG. I am Z. I'm commentating the, I guess this is still round one of the Wednesday night jackpot for my local tournament. We got John on the bottom, Frankie on the top. Looks like Frankie's trying to extend this match. He's, yes, went 1 to 6, Crawford to 7. So yeah, looks like Frankie is gonna come back going perhaps. Likely will be 2 to 6 post Crawford. So Frankie is odd away post Crawford. So Frankie does not have to double right away if he doesn't want. Because John should pretty much take everything at this score. Like losing 1 point is as bad as losing 2 pretty much. So he only pass if it's like super gammonish, you don't win very much. Okay, so let's see if Frank doubles right away. So that's just kind of a little bit of a strange play by John, I think, at the score. Because he can be gammoned and he can't really win a gammon. So he should split in some fashion there, I think. Maybe even bring both guys up from the back, 24 to 20, 24 to 21. Give you the best chance to anchor at some point, and then it's very non-gammonish if you get a high anchor. So it's probably a little bit better plan for John there. For money, I guess his play's okay, although I would still tend to split in some fashion. Anyway, so this is Frankie's 5-5, pretty good. Why not make what about making an interboard point there, since you really like to win a gammon? Not that the gammon price is that high at the score, actually. Yeah, I'll just make the 20 here, especially given the score. See, this is going to get gammon a little more than if you just lock up the nice forward anchor. You could like argue this wins a little more, but I don't know. Making the 20 point does okay for the win too. Okay, so John did come around to the solid play. Yeah, Frankie with a decent 3-3. I wouldn't be totally sure how to play it, although I'd be a little inclined to do what Frankie's doing, make 2 good assets in the outfield. But not totally sure how this compares to like making the 7, for instance. Giving yourself like kind of a better landing spot in the outfield and I guess blocking the guys on the 24 a little bit. Right with the white checkers on the 21 on the white's 24 point. All right, 6-1. Well, he's got a safe play, but yeah, no, I think this point is probably worth enough, especially given white's front position temporary disarray. Okay, John's makes the better point, reasonable. It's not worrying too much about being hit because he already has 4 checkers back and 2 anchors. Yeah, it might even get another checker sent back. It might even help him make a second anchor at some point, of like a better second anchor. Like the 1-5 game tends not to be very good. So I'd really like to upgrade to like a 2-5 or maybe even a 4-5 game. Just gammon less, from the 4-5 game. Oh. Frankie seems to be doing a good job keeping John up on the roof. So yeah, so he can make the 2 point here, sort of guarantee that John never gets to upgrade. But I think I sort of like a plan like this a little better. Not give white like any shots really. Although there might be some way to break the outfield points down a little better. Yeah, like for instance, he's kind of blocking 5-5 here, but I don't know if he should really be thinking about blocking that much. He should be thinking about coming in flexibly and maybe getting decent builders for the 2 points. So I think there was something better with the 4-4. I mean, I would have hit, but then I would have played like 10 to 6 with one of them to get more flexibility and get another builder for the 2. And then you could even play like 8 to 4 with the next one. But that sort of breaks the 8 points. So maybe there's something else there. Alrighty, I just see, see, it's a little hard to play now, I mean, 9 to 4 is okay. It sort of duplicates 4s a little bit. Because he needs 4s to come up 24 to 20, and he needs 4s to hit. Okay, comes in and pops out, I assume. I mean, he sort of likes having the spare in the 20, but no, you don't want to go to your 2 point, and you don't want to like crunch next turn with a 3-3. So that was absolutely the right play by John. Okay, he splits with the 1, brings down the 5. Okay, Frankie come back with a good 1-1. Yeah, see, I think what John was thinking there was like you don't want the 1-5 game, you want like the 2-5 game. So John was thinking it's like worth some risk of being attacked to like try for it. It's pretty reasonable. Okay, so 5 is forced, and then you can think about the 2. 4-2 looks funny, so I would play 6-4, despite sort of the oddness up top on the top 2 points. Oh, great shot by Frankie. Excellent. 0 blotters the next turn, and maybe for a while, and depending on how the rolls go. 4-3. Like, yeah, they could like rip 2 checkers here. It's good for the gammon. 0 blotters next turn. I mean, I guess you could also leave 0 blotters by coming down to 3 checkers on your 6. I think. Okay, 5-3, just the 3. Now I don't know. I mean, this is still 0 blot numbers, unless white leaves from the back anchor, which he's not supposed to do. He doesn't strip the 3 point. Doesn't get a checker off though. That's the problem. Gammon could be kind of close here. White starts rolling a little bigger, so that makes me want to rip 2 checkers here. Let's see. White has 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 crossovers to save the gammon. Yeah, so it's savable. So I like what Frankie did. Like, you can argue some stuff is maybe safer long term, like stripping down the top point with a 2, so you get to clear that next turn. Like, it would have been cleared now had he made a different play last turn. No, he's leaving a shot. Well, yeah, it's the same number of shots, it looks like, regardless of whether you hit or not. So yeah, you can do this, get him out of your hair on 5s. Take a checker off, so that was good play by Frankie, it looked like. John gets the lucky hit, trying to contain this back checker somehow. Frankie, I assume, is going to maintain a 3-point board here, just like this. All right, John, I believe, just has to hit 13-2. Good. Oh, 4-4 speeds things up. Yeah, he gets to take a checker off. But he didn't think he'd be bearing off a checker this turn. Yeah, I like this, spreading out the builders. Good. Yeah, pretty close, maybe? You don't think you play 4-2 here, do you? It doesn't look right. With an ace, you would pure slot the 3. Probably any ace there. Except maybe if it cost you a crossover into your own outfield. I don't know. That I'd have to think about. All right, we got kind of sort of a 4-roll versus a 3-roll here. Can John roll a working set? These double 2s work. It's just double 1s that don't 100% work. Oh, they almost work. Oh, there he goes. All right, yeah, nice comeback by John there in the last game. So we could take. So I think John is going to have a match with Brad in a bit, but we can take a quick look at some of these decisions maybe in XG. So where do we come in? Oop, I just crashed. I just crashed my XG. Is it to re-import to this much? Which I could not find for some reason. Oh, Frankie John, there we go. Oh, so apparently XG was just sold. There's someone who wants to improve it. I'm going to be quite interested to see whether they can actually like improve it with like new neural net software and libraries and the new modern, new machine learning technology. Sounds like that's the direction they want to go in. So where do we come in? Oh, this looks like an interesting game. Look at all these checkers back by a Frank. But actually, let's put John on the bottom. So John's trying to come home against this backgammon structure. So he hits, he is 15 to 9, but yeah, White's not in a great position to hit. So what does the computer want to do? Oh, cute, cute. Keeping all the structure. I don't know if White's really hitting with aces here, you know. That's just like 3-1 or 1-1 or something. Maybe 1-2. Yeah, probably 1-2. It's a little unclear because you know Black still has this block. There's this nice block there, so White just may want to like hang back, wait till Black breaks down a little more, and then hit later. You know, so that's why it's like not too dangerous to like slot that point. In fact, it gives up his anchor to hit here. So does the computer like that? Oh no, he has to. It's forced. That's funny. 2 6s. He's forced to hit, even if he doesn't want to give up that anchor to hit. That's cute. So what happened at the end there? Oh, he hit a late shot. I see. Yeah, so this play I think is maybe okay for money, maybe because it wins more gammons. But at this score where only Frankie can really win a gammon, and gammons are fairly valuable, yeah, you want to split in some fashion, and probably both up gives you the best chance to make an anchor and not get gammon later. And actually, the semifinals between John and Brad has begun. So let's take a look at it. Okay, just for a change of pace, let's keep John on the bottom. He's got a decent 2-2. It doesn't hit anywhere. It makes the outfield play. See, I would probably prefer the 4 point to the 11 point here. Although then you have kind of an awkward last one. Maybe 23 to 21 isn't so bad because you get pointed on a lot, but then you get a chance to like hit back or make an anchor. Huh. That was an interesting play. Ooh. What is going on here? I would at least cube it. Unless like somehow it's too good, which I don't think it is. Well, maybe it is, because it does seem like it does with the race the way it is, and the really powerful Black attack, and the White's board is in disarray. It seems to me this is a big pass. And I'd wonder a little bit about too good, although it's only a 2 point board at the moment. So it does seem like White can get back in that game just by like anchoring next turn or whatever, or hitting back. So probably that was good. Probably that was good cube handling by both players. All right, let's see. This is John's 4-2. This looks pretty standard. Oh no, yeah, that looks pretty standard. I was thinking, oh, can he come in with the 2 and hit with the 4? No. 2 2s are blocked. Okay, good play by Brad, I believe. Yeah, I don't think there's anything better. Yeah, I mean, you get the stronger board, but I think it's not that much stronger. So I think you just sort of take the bird in the hand there. Okay, good roll by Brad. 6-2. I assume he's playing 13 to 7, 6 to 4. I don't understand really popping out with a 6 there. I don't know if that's important. I don't know if it's that down in the race so much. Doesn't really seem that important to get the backman going there. Yeah, Brad's cube is a little light. Maybe he's got maybe a little too much work to do. Maybe wanted to punish John's play. I don't know. Score's not really a big argument for not doubling, even though he's up 1-0. He's 6 away, which you win 2, you get to this comfortable 4-way score. So. Even though he's winning the match, you could argue you should be a little more aggressive than for money, say. All right, Brad might be going for it here, trying to clear this back point. It looks like he's got to leave a shot no matter what. So yeah, might as well hit, right? In some fashion, anyways. Guess he's worried about the two blots in the outfield, or three if he plays 8-7. But I would play 13-7, 7-6. Hmm. Hmm. He's worried about having like a third white checker back. Like that guy anchors on. The guy enters on the ace point, and then black has more problems coming home. But it seems like you have this sort of opportunity to like hit and clear the midpoint now. Well, white's board is like not in great shape, so you're not paying full price of the hitbacks. So there's a little bit of a missed opportunity there. I don't know. Actually, 2-2 by Brett. So he enters with 1. He's got to give up something in the outfield. So he gives up the 10 points. I see. So if you play 13-11 squared, you have an awkward last one. So I guess this is the best you can do. Oh, good shot by John. Should be thinking cube now, I think. Yeah, why not cube this? I don't want to be cubed as black here. Chance to lose 8, you know. So this is at least a cube, I think. I mean, maybe black can take, but it'd be pretty scary. This awesome white structure up front. Yeah, this looks pretty damn strong. I mean, black's up in the race and has decent structure himself, but I'd be quite worried about losing 8 here. See if Brad wants to try this. See if I can set it up real quick. See, it's only 127, 119. It's only 8 pips. Okay, so this is the money eval. So it's a big take for money. So it's I think it's likely he's still a take at the score. All right, Brad actually passed, which I mean I guess maybe that makes some sense at the score. Okay, yeah, it's pretty close at the score. Yeah, it's right on the border. Plus eval is right on the border. So probably does roll out to be a pass. So probably a good pass by Brad there. Good score-based pass by Brad, you know. Yeah, you really hate to, you're up, you know, you can just pass and be 2-1 rather than risk losing the match in that one game. 2-1 doesn't seem so bad, you know, when you're looking down the barrel of an 8-bagger. Okay. Yeah, we could come in here. I think the computer comes in on the 20 and then plays 11-8. Yeah. I mean, maybe you'd rather be on the 22 than the 20, but I just don't like how the 5 plays after it. Well, actually, bar 22, 13-8 is not too bad. So still a lot of shots in the outfield at a time when you're exposed on both sides of the board, though. So actually, I like what John did. Actually, you don't want to be exposed on both sides of the board, especially when you're outboarded like this. Yeah, right. So yeah, Brad, I don't think has anything here. Only 8 checkers in the zone. I guess he should be a little aggressive at the score, but still, I don't like that. I don't like that checker on the ace point. I don't like the 3 men back. So good roll by Brad. Good no double by Brad here. Dance here, especially if he does this. So it seems a lot more reasonable to cube a dance there. Cube a dance. All right, now I would leave the shots in the outfield. So you're not exposed on black side of the board now. So I think you can easily justify 13-11 over 8-6, even though you don't like leaving these 6 shots or whatever. Yes, this is a good play by John. Okay, Brad cleans up. Possibly there's something better there. 23-18, duplicating 6s maybe. Might have been worth a look. right, so white on roll. It just does not look like anything to me. He's got an edge. He's got a pretty big positional edge, given that black has sort of both ace points made. I guess score argues for be a little bit for being conservative, 5 away. If it was 4 away or so, it was like 4 away, 6 away or something. Maybe you could justify a cube there. Looks like he's overshot his markets. I believe this should just go double pass. I believe. Not totally sure about the pass though. So like I don't like 3 men back in conjunction with black already having his ace point made, you know. So if it's a big anything, it's a big pass. 2-1, yeah, score, I guess. Score isn't a huge deal. I guess black can take a little deep at the score, but still, I just really hate the position. All right, he just scooped it up. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Huh. That might be wrong. So two is 5 ways doubling 6 away. You know, it is a pass, although it's fairly close. All right, so let's like Brad hit with the 3. It looks like, and he's thinking about the 5. Yeah, I mean, I do want to get the backmen going, but I would do this with the 8 so as not to be too exposed everywhere. And this does kind of look like the right idea to me. You gotta try something here to contain that back checker, and you're kind of exposed anyways if you just try running with the 5. So I think that was a good play by Brad there. Oh, 2-6. Okay, this is the best you can do, I think. I mean, 13 to. Well, by pausing, it's 13 to 7 duplicates aces, but you're also giving them 5s. Ooh. It's turned around. What the hell is this? I mean, white still wins a ton. Black doubles. He's no longer getting full value from his gammons because he was 8 for a gammon, but he only needs 6. So I mean, I'm not sure what's going on there, but I guess I wouldn't have doubled that either. Seems like it's a little bit of a weird score to double to 4 at when the other guy wins an awful lot still. On the other hand, Brad's down in the match, so he's kind of killing. I mean, he's killing the other guy's gammons too by doubling. I don't know. That would be a tough one for me. Sort of an unfamiliar situation. And then he's certainly not good enough to roll after. Okay, John's going for it. Looks. I don't know. Looks like a decent try to me. I guess you could just maybe better is 22 to 16, 6 to 4. Duplicating some hitting 4s, keeping the 8 points, sort of getting the backman a little free. Fewer blots. Yeah, I like that. I like that better than hitting twice. This is more upside though when it works. That did not work. Woof. Now this looks like too good pass, I guess. Oh, White gets back in this with a 3. Even like 3-6. He's got a take. Pretty big take. So not good enough to double. But it is too. Brad's correct to play on here. It's too many gammons. Alrighty. Okay, goes a little conservative. I wonder if we could have considered they're doubling from the roof here. I don't know. It's tricky stuff now. I would hit with the 5. I mean, you got a fair number of covers for that if you get away with it. I know, it seems takeable. Okay, great shot by John. John is arguably winning, although it's close. Close cubeless, maybe. I guess owning the cube, you'd rather be Brad here. Oh, 6-3. Okay, seems simple and smart. Just like Brad. Black on roll. Okay, yeah, not good enough still. White has this decently timed 2-3 game. And black hasn't even brought all his checkers home yet. So yeah, I do agree with no double. Okay, 2-5, John pop out again. Not so bad. Black on roll. So this is a 2-1 game. Might be interesting to look at some of the cube action this game. See when Brad went from like not good enough to too good. See if there's any like missed cubes in there. Seemed like there was a couple times where like wasn't like totally sure whether John should be taking or not. So I mean, despite the fact that it was like still super gammonish, maybe there was an opportunity in there. It's a little hard to figure though. Okay, it's a complicated play by John. It seems okay. It's just 1s and 5s in the outfield. Makes this sort of third anchor back there. There's a lot of pressure on Brad here. I mean, you can play 10-1. I feel like there's something. I feel like there's probably something better there because, like, what do you do next turn? You know. And this one's okay, even though it doesn't clean stuff up. You make the 16 points. Oh. Like he's really enamored with his 18 point, but I would be more enamored with my 6 point, you know? So I would have played that differently than John. And once again, like I would play 18 to 16 squared here. Keep the home board in better shape. This doesn't look right. So you can play 12 to 4 here. I think he's sort of misclicking. Yes, this is good. All right, 3-3 doesn't miss. He can. I was going to say, well, he could slot a 6 point, but I don't know if you want to leave all those shots. You know, he really wants a 6 point slot of that. You could have had that point you didn't have to give up that point in the first place, John. All right, gets to put it back together though. Good. All right, great shot by Brad. 5-2. Yeah, I mean, once again, like he could consider cubing this because it's sort of an okay money double. I guess again, yeah, maybe not. Actually, maybe not now because you are diminishing the value of the gammons, and white still does win a ton. Oh, so 5-1 by Brady. We bore up the 5, and he's considering whether to remake the 5 or play 5-4. Yeah, maybe the other one actually. But some 2s are bad, like 5-2, 4-2. Actually, 4-2 is okay. 5-2, 6-2 are bad. Both anchors are kept. Maybe that's it though. Huh. Yeah, probably good play by Brad there, I would guess. Oh, 6-2. Jesus, what a great shot. Yeah, I would definitely indulge in my 2 point here. Ooh, oh, he's giving him bad 2s. He gets sort of rewarded. See, no, he gets like no shot big. He gets like one crack at him if like Brad rolls a bad 2. Maybe it's better to keep the back anchor for a while. I don't know though, because like you keep the back anchor, you're not getting a shot for a long time. Like black has to like strip down that top point while it bears off a ton of checkers, you know. So I think that's what John was thinking. Oh, great shot by Brad. Don't backgammon yourself. Good. All right, 6-1. Yeah, that was the 2-1 game. Yeah, I definitely want to take a look at that. Match has been paused by the tournament director. Guess he's going to run the tournament a little bit. I lost to Brad in the previous round. Wasn't that close. So I didn't play all that great. Can take a look at some of my decisions. This one's okay, I think. Normally I hit here 13-4, but it's not the greatest. It's not the greatest loose hit because you're hitting off the 4 and not doing anything with the back checker. So I find this on a Q3 duplication play, which is okay. And these are tough plays here. Like I hit a last ditch shot, and I'm tasked with containing the white back checker. So I think I played 13-7, thinking, okay, like I might want to make the 7, or even if I don't, it's good builders for the inner board. So I thought it was like worth a little bit of risk. Turns out the computer just spread things out of the outfield for great outfield control. Not get hit on 7s, you know. So maybe I should have gotten this one right. Anyways, let's go back to the match. It's okay. Okay, so it's 2-5. 2-5 in Brad's favor after he won. He must have won 4 there somehow. Right? Yeah, he won a double gammon there. Right? That makes sense. Okie dokie. He's got another 1-5 game Foreman. So yeah, I would probably do this, but you could play 13-7 if you wanted. Against a weaker player, I do kind of like 13-7 because I think it's going to complicate the game a bit. All right, nothing better than making the 5, I assume. 41, okay. So we're just playing 13-8. Actually, 6-1 is sometimes a play in a position like this. Because you hope white enters high and then you have an easier time playing safely in the future. So that 6-1 wouldn't be a crazy play there. Yeah, I mean, Black's gonna have trouble playing safely now. You know, at a time when white could have put his board together more. So yeah, 6-1 was at least worth a look, I would say. All right, well, it's going to leave a shot, but not too bad because it gets to hit twice in doing so, and white still has the blot in the board. See if black can take advantage? No. Okay, popping out feels right to me. It's a double shot, but everything is very exposed. Good connectivity in the outfield. These 2 checkers are 6 apart. Oh, got punished for the connectivity. Oh, look at this. I think he just overlooked hitting twice there. I think he just overlooked it. Yeah, that's a pretty big blunder, I think. Like, I didn't even like, Yeah, that's weird. I don't know. It didn't even make like this. Like he could have just, like he could have even like hit with the 4 and bring and then like play 13-7 with the 6, and that's better than his play, I think. I guess he didn't see that he could hit with the 4. I guess. Huh. Unless I was looking at that wrong. I'm looking at that wrong, right? 6-4 hit twice there. Ooh, 4-1. Okay, not too bad. You get some. You could play. I would probably play 8-7. You might be hitting this turn. So, um, you might be hitting this turn. So yeah, I do like locking up the structure. Okay, now he's gonna play 6-1 probably, or clear the or could clear the 16. That's sort of reasonable also. Um, I don't know if you get hit though. I guess you do want your 16 points. And maybe it's a little easier to play after this for a long time. Like especially if white enters high. If you get missed here, white could roll like 4-4, 4-6 or something, coming pretty high, and the black has to play behind the anchor easily for a while. So I would have played that like Brad did. All right, this looks good by John. Uno, uno. Okay, 64. Played this 64 correctly, I believe. 54, good. White on roll. I don't think white's really winning, so he shouldn't cube. 7-5, 3-2 squared, maybe. So to start this blitz at a score where like you do kind of want to up the gammons and then offer a nice gammonish double. Doesn't look like anything else is that good anyways. Because you could go you could make the 1, I guess. Keep your 7, but that doesn't look like good structure. I like the diversification after 7-5. I was gonna hit loose. No, I don't like this as much. Does keep the 7 now, and the 7 is a pretty good point now that the ace point is open. All right, yeah, I guess there was no double there. One more dance though, we could seriously consider cubing with the extra checker in the zone there. Yeah, this is okay. I'm not sure how this compares to 22-20 with the 2. I guess if Black's rolling big, he's glad he did it. Because he might end up playing a back game here. Because the time before the 6-6, the timing for the back game didn't look very good. So maybe it was better to like put a third guy on the 20 where you could like jump that guy, cover the outfield. Yeah, 6-6 is not play good. I don't know about this last one. Why not play 17-11 with the last one? Make white give up his forward anchor to hit that checker. Okay, yeah, so yeah, I don't know. Given the score, it wouldn't be crazy to cube this, because you're kind of killing Black's gammons by doing it, and you're magnifying the value of your own gammons. You can certainly lose your market pretty big, and you're probably better than 50-50 in the game. So actually, maybe this was a cube before the roll. At the sort of 5-away, 2-away score. Yeah, I think this is a double actually. I think because you're winning, because it's 2-way gammonish, and because you have some powerful market losing sequences, like it's any hit dance, or double hit enter with 1, or maybe some hit with a big double. I think maybe John should have pulled the trigger there. I mean, he's sort of glad he didn't because he rolled this missing number. But even so, he's still sort of doing okay, I think. Well, it doesn't look like he's like a big underdog or anything. Well, this play looks a little funny. Why not make the 9 point with the other 2? You take a little bit of pressure off, but you keep your home board in like much better shape, So it's better to keep the home board in good shape, I think. Well, this looks like it's going to pay dividends though, because he's blocking this pretty effectively. Yeah, now it's sort of similar to the turn before, except white's boards is more messed up, and black boards is more messed up. So again, you could maybe consider cubing this, but I don't know. It seemed clearer Sort of clear, seemed clearer last turn with black's good structure. Oh, it's just missed again. I'm sorry, white's good structure. Yeah, this is the best you can do, I think. All right, pretty good shot. Yeah, it is unclear how to play it. I agree with the first. Well, I think he played two of them so far. So this looks okay. Well, although, yeah, I'm all over the place here. I don't know what's going on. Getting dizzy. We should go back to the start. So, okay, so I guess he covered 8-4 with two of them, and then has two more. I see. Okay, white on roll. Yeah, no, it's just one exposed blot. See, white seems like he's like, yeah, I don't know if white has any like big, huge market losing sequences anymore. Because it's not very gammonish now. At least like white's not winning a ton of gammons. Because there's only one exposed blot. So I guess I wouldn't double this now. Despite the fact you could argue white is close to a favorite, you know. And he is killing black's gammons by doubling. All right, black on roll. So white's, yeah, black could conceivably cube this now after the miss. Because white's take point, I think, is around 23. Now it's like, even though he gets to, even though he does get to redouble to 4, somehow the take point's like not that low. It's 22, 23. Now it does come down a little bit because white's going to redouble to 4, and then he wins a few percent gammon, so that brings the take point down to 21 or something. But I don't know, is it really all that clear white has it? With a sort of messed up front position. Now black hasn't gotten to that checker to safety yet. And the 5-point gap looms large because that's going to stay open. So okay, so Brad thinks he's not good enough. I would probably play 7-6 here. See, the board doesn't matter that much. It's not like black's going to be hitting next turn, you know. So why not play 7-6? Prepare to get a nice spare on the 6. Prepare to clear the 7 point on certain numbers. All right, I assume white's putting his 2 point together. Okay, now that the checker's home, again, is it all that clear? White wins 23% here. So Brad says no, it's not clear. So I'm gonna cube. So white hits, and black still has plenty of chance to do it because the 4 point's might still be open by the time white hits. So maybe given the fact that the take point isn't that low, then maybe white should actually give this up. I don't know though. I mean, the gap on the 5 sort of looms pretty large. This looks odd to me. All right, so white should definitely stay back on the 22 for the contacts. And then yeah, I would slot the 4 just because you need that point. Okay, good. John did remember to cube. Yeah, some tough cube actions these scores. Yeah, white's probably down to 10 or 15% now. Ugh, gross. Gross. Yeah, I don't know if he's in much danger of losing the race. I would try this also. Nice and safe. If gammon's counted, you'd probably rip something there. And maybe you should rip anyways, but I would have played it like Brad. You're accepting some risk of losing the race, I guess, if you play it like Brad. But you almost never get hit. I'm wondering about that take pass this game. 23. Yeah, still pretty awkward for black to bring that home. So I can totally see what John was thinking, you know. Okay, so let's put John on the bottom. I don't know why XG is crashing so much. It's happened like several times so far. Okay, so that's almost too good in game one. Apparently, he could have cubed the turn before. Okay, this is the 1-0 game. Yeah, this 6 did seem a little weird at the time. And then Brad's close to a cube, I guess. Yeah, I didn't quite like this cube at the time, but it's all right. Yeah, why not hit here? 16 to 15, 13 to 7. Or 13 to 7, 7 to 6. Yeah, like Brad's leaving a shot anyways, and when he gets missed, he still has the problem of the midpoint to clear. So you can leave a shot like this, or maybe more reasonably this, and then you've gotten rid of your midpoint. So it may be a little hard to clean this stuff up next turn, but not too bad. Oh yeah, then we looked at this cube. Yeah, he passed. It probably is a pass on a rollout. Only due to this score. For money, XG thinks this is a pretty solid take. Okay, bar 22, 13 to 8. I see. Yeah, I guess it's not too exposed, computer's saying. Well, 5-4 is duplicated cutely. Bar 20. I would have done this also, I think. Yeah, bar 20, 13 to 10. Trying to do everything. This is too exposed. But apparently this is not. I guess it's not that convenient for white to attack on the 3-point. So I think the computer's point, I think, is you'd rather be on the 3-point than the 5-point, the defensive 3 versus the defensive 5, because it's easier. It's more convenient for white to attack off the 5. All right, 4 white. Okay, yeah, 23 to 18 is okay, but yeah, Brad's solid and safe play is good. Okay, 3-3. You can't cube before the roll. After the roll, you can cube. Yeah, we talked about this. Okay, good 2-6 by John. All right, this is where I was confused. See if there's any cubes or anything. Apparently, the computer thinks this is double pass. Yeah, with 2 up on the roof, white has this. Does look like white has this pretty big edge. I wonder what this is for money. Like given the score situation, yeah, so it's a take for money, it says. So apparently, despite the fact that white is sort of diminishing the value of his gammons by doubling, um, it wants to cube a lot more aggressively, and the leader has to be very conservative about taking compared to money, say. I mean, he does get to win the match on a gammon on a 4 cube, but I'm just saying, like, there's overage. In other words, you're winning eight. You're winning 8 for a gammon, but you can only use 6 of those points. Meanwhile, if the cube's on 2, you get to use every point you win from a gammon. But I don't know. Maybe the gammon price is still like pretty decent on a 4 cube. Okay, so white is 6. White is 6 away. The gammon value is point 0.6 almost on a 2 cube. Yeah, see, it's only 0.4 on a 4 cube. But that's not like that much lower than money, though. So I guess the gammons aren't much of a deterrent to doubling. And white should be pretty aggressive because he's losing the match and offering a recube. Maybe that's an okay way to think about it. I don't know. This would have been very unclear to me also. Okay, so black anchors and it's not good enough. Okay, John's go for broke play isn't too bad. Great on the misses because you get to fill in all those points sometimes. Got punished. Okay, this is too good. That's pretty clear. This is too good. That's pretty clear. This is still too good with 1 on the roof versus 2 on the roof. Okay, a little less clear. What about now, though? Now it's borderline. Borderline double too good. Okay, it might be a good double in practice because you might get a bad take. Oh, no. See, I thought this might be a take, but I guess due to the score, it's a pass. Right, so I assume this is, so given what we just saw from the previous position we looked at, so this must be some huge take for money. This is the score-based eval. It's not a huge take, but it's a solid take. Huh. Yeah, tricky stuff. Tricky stuff due to the score. Oh, sort of the position repeated itself. Okay, then he anchors, and then yeah, it's way not good enough because now black has this like decent back game. Some of these plays seemed a little weird. Yeah, 6-3. I mean, I guess there's nothing good here, but yeah, you hate to kill a guy here when the game's going to go on for a while. So what does the computer want to do? 17-14, 10-4. Great builders on the home front. You don't kill a checker, but you're leaving a triple shot. I guess black. I guess the computer's not too worried about being batted around because black has 6 checkers back basically. Also 13-4 is okay. 6s, 3s, 1s. You know. Right. Yeah, I would have just played 18-16 here. Keep the home board in good shape. But yeah, this is okay too. Keep it a little further back for a little extra contact and starting the 4 points. That's pretty nice. Yeah, John's play is okay. I mean, John might get to put his position back together. But I think he kind of messed it up again on the. He messed up his position a little more here. Oh yeah, this is really messed up apparently. Yeah, you can do this. Take a little bit of the pressure off of white, but you keep the all important 6 points slotted. Might be a little easier to play next turn too for black. Yeah, this is all messed up now. Like, how do you close the 6 point? I mean, John found a way to do it. Like, we're slotting here, and then getting a lucky ace next turn. Ooh. Computer wants to do this. Leave a triple shot. That's funny. I don't know if a lot of people are finding this play. All right, so 6-4 from here. 12 to 6, 5 to 1. Um, seems. I mean, I hate putting another checker on the ace, but I mean, seems okay, right? It doesn't seem that bad. The computer says, no, leave a triple shot instead before black can put his board together. I guess a lot of the fives don't actually hit here. 5-2, for instance. I guess you don't hit with that. Maybe there's not a ton of hits here. Like 1-2. Are you hitting with 1-2? Or you're just building a board, playing like this good 2-3 game, So I guess I can kind of see it. Like you make the computers play. Black is not hitting with 5-2, right? That seems pretty clear. Right. Pretty big blunder to hit with 5-2. 1-2, you hit your forward going chances aren't great. Like you're not ready to contain this check, in other words. So maybe just build your 6-point instead. Yeah, although it's not crazy to hit like it was last turn. If you can hit and cover the 6-point, I guess you do it even with the 5-1. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, good. Right, so part of the point of the computer's play is there's actually not a ton of hits there. Obviously good if you get missed. You get the great spares and you clear the 8-point for good. I don't know if I would have been able to find that. I mean, if it was a problem position and I thought deeply about it, I would find it. But if it came up over the board, I mean, I'd be liable to do what Brad did. Yeah, it's not good enough apparently. Yeah, good play here, I thought, with the 5-1. I think most people are probably doing this, but there's a ton of blot numbers, including some like triple shot numbers, like 6. Well, maybe not triple shot numbers. A lot of double shot numbers, anyways. Brad's play at least immediately very few blot numbers. It might just be 6-2, 5-2 if black, at least if black keeps all the anchors. In fact, even if he gives, I don't think he can give one of them up and generate some extra blot numbers. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like white can just play all his numbers okay. The gap could come back and bite him, but short term is good. It's sort of good to get rid of that point that you don't have to clear later. Like you do the wrong play, you get lucky and clear the 6 with a 6-5, say, and you still have the 5-point to clear. Although actually 6-6-5 is a blot here. I just realized. It was just 6-5, 6-2, 5-2, I guess. Okay, strips down the point because he must. Great 6-2. I wasn't sure about this, but apparently he says you have to do it. I think normally you're like keeping the back anchor. So normally I would say you do something like this. But this just doesn't generate any shots for a long time. Like white has to like bear all these guys off before he has any blot numbers, unless he rolls like a bunch of 1s or something, and then I'll have some bad 1s. So John makes this good play where like, okay, he's giving him bad 2s right away. they're not great, right? So 6-2. Okay, so white rolls 6-2 or 4-2 like he did next turn. And black basically gets this one crack at him, and if he misses, it's just really, really hard to get another shot, you know. But it's the least evil, apparently. All right, so this is the 2-5 game. Yeah, this was pretty interesting, too. 3-5, okay. That does actually want to play 13-7 here. Ugh, gross. He just overlooked this. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that oversight. Okay, I think he probably didn't overlook this. He probably just wanted to keep his 20-point anchor. But he's got 3-point. He's got the stronger board, so why not hit there with the 1-6? Wait, what's wrong with this? Oh, I see. He's still well down in the race, so the computer's saying you might want this deep anchor. I think I would have done what John did, though. Still pretty good defensive structure, you know. All right, 6-1. Oh, was there a 4-1 at some point? Yeah, I don't know. Great shots. Good, good. Okay, yeah, so John's hit loose plays isn't too bad. Might be right. Keeping the good structure. Like I would have done this for good flexibility, you know. Fewer shots. Gives up the 7-point though. Okay, bar 20 isn't crazy, but the computer does like John's plan of making the second anchor in case he's playing a back game later. Yeah, this 6-6, I don't know. Oh no, I actually think I did see this at the time. Yeah, so Brett's still leaving a double shot, 1s and 5s. But this guy's pretty far from home. Yeah, so why not get the guy closer to home? And now black has to give up his front anchor to hit that guy. So that surprised me a little bit at the time. Okay. All right, and this is where I thought maybe black could cube. I don't think it's bad to cube here. Apparently it is. It might roll out to be closer to a cube, I guess. But still probably no double. I see, so black is only winning by a little bit. And I guess it's a little hard to lose the market big here. Some hit enter sequence probably doesn't do it. Yeah, so maybe I was underestimating how easy it is to lose the market here. You need like a hit twice number or like a hit dance number or something. Yeah, this looks funny, messing up the board. 5-5. Brad makes some progress. Oh, 16. Another oversight by John. Honestly, I don't think I saw this either at the time. I'm feeling I would have seen. Oh, there's a chance I would have passed this. But I guess with these sort of dead checkers back there, and the that's like funny. Wants to stack the 4. John gets. Okay. Let's look at the finals. But Brad on the bottom, Dougie on the top. Oh, that's gross position. Gross. Looks like a good play by Dougie there, not recirculating the guy in black's home board. Technically, it's still too good, like a clear take out of this, you know, in a turn. So Technically, I think Dougie's correct to roll. It used to be this player, Eddie, this is back in the early 2000s. He would always get in positions like this, and he would like take them. He would like just scoop this up, even though I think this is like technically too good. But I could be off though. I mean, it's such an unusual position, but especially given the score, wouldn't be caught dead taking this. I mean, Black still has like a kind of a tough game, even if his like board was in better shape. I don't know. Like, maybe that's not true because the back game race. If the board was in better shape, the back game race to be like decently timed. But let's see what the computer says. Yes, it's still too long. I'm sorry. Let's take a ball. Still have some problems. Like probably this is like not good enough because black has like a decent enough 2-3 game at least. But yeah, with the board partly crunched, checker on the ace, it was really bad. All right, so looking like a more normal game. I would probably do this too. It just doesn't play good otherwise. Okay, now I would button up. All right, I think Dougie should man up and slot the 5. Good play. Yeah, Black has to, I mean, Black's hitting with all his aces, I believe, but he's going to give up his awesome anchor to do it. So, I mean, White's buying something for those aces. Don't misclick, Dougie. Good. Yep. And looks like 5-4 to me from here. Get to cover the deuce with 6s. Yeah, see now 6s play weird. So this seems right. Yeah, this is nothing. 6-4. Yeah, this is fine. Yeah, nothing better. Actually, I'm going to take a quick break, but I'm going to leave this running. Okay, we are back. All right, so Dougie is trying to come home. Well, I was going to say the take looks clearer than the double there, but looks like Brad passed quickly, so maybe Brad had a better handle on it there. The race was close, though. And contact seemed to favor Black, or at least arguably favor Black. And Black's board was a little messed up with the 5 point being open, but still, it seemed like he still had a lot of ways to win that. This seemed odd that Brad just sort of passed that. Maybe he was thinking about it when Dougie was thinking or something. Huh. Yeah, I'd have to take a good look at it to be sure. But offhand, it seemed like the race was as close as I thought it was, just a few pips. It seemed takeable. All right, Black on Roy, pretty solid positional edge here. He's down in the race, but this sort of means he has better timing in the priming game. So score isn't a big deal, I guess. It seems like a pretty easy take, but I think you could maybe justify a cube here if you wanted. Yeah, you make your 7 and the white rolls badly. That does lose the market, I think. Or you can make the 3 even. Or roll like some good double that moves the back checkers. Yeah, I don't know. Seems like a big take, but you could double this, I think. He goes with it. Yeah, you might get a pass too. No pass. Yeah, like a 5-4 here or something. It's probably a pass. 4-3, probably a pass. No, it's not that clear how to play this. Good number. Hitting will win the most gammons. I mean, 8-5 maybe to sort of tamp down the hitbacks. This wins a little more. I don't know. Hitting seems to do okay for the win too. So I guess I would play. I guess I would play for the gammon a little bit. Like there might have even been like other stuff for the win, like making the 21 or something. But I ended up liking what Brad did for the gammons at maybe possibly some fewer wins. All right, well, I guess to make his 8 point solidly, well, I don't know. I would slot something. Maybe slot the 4, duplicate some of the 3s. Yeah, you might get hit. You might make a second anchor if you get hit. Should win a little more. You get gammon a little more, but you get gammon a lot anyways. Ooh, okay. There's another plan here, though. Another forward-going plan that could work. 2s and 1s. He wants to get going. This is a little interlude. He's duping his 2s and 1s, but I don't think there's anything you can do about it. How does he play a 2-1 here? That'd be funny. Roll a 2-1. I want to see what Dougie does. I probably actually want to play 5-3 to sort of keep a good 5 on the other side of the board. Like you roll 6-5, for instance. You get to play it safely. Although I guess 6-2 is safe this way. It's not safe the other way. We've been like 1-5, 1-5, you want to step up and play 6-1. So you like having that 5. You like having that 5 in tow. Huh. Good hit here. Hitting wins the most. But this is not worth the risk. Okay. Okay, we'll play 11-7 and hope white rolls a 6. That's not a 6-2 or 6-6. Yeah, I don't know here. I guess this. Wonder if there's something that lets white out on 5s also. But it didn't look like he could make his 2 point and do that without leaving a shot. There's not to say it's wrong. Like he left a shot here, it's pretty reasonable. Okay. I don't know about this. Actually, this seems pretty reasonable. Okay. Okay, nothing off. Well, he's desperate to enter and start making some progress for the gammon save. It's going to be gammons are quite valuable at the score. 5-way cube on 2. Gammon price is quite high. It's not just a little high, it's like it's 0.7 or something. 0.6, maybe it's like 0.66 if I remember right. I looked at it recently. Gammon value, 5 away, Q1, 2, 6, yeah, 0.65. Okay. I would actually play 9 to 6, 22 to 20. Yeah, just like that. Not waste any pips for the gammon save. And get a guy efficiently crossed over to the 6 point. Oh, great shot. Dougie desperate for a big number. This is a very big number. He rolled a 12. Can't ask for much more than that. That doesn't matter though. It's going to be 8 to 4. Wow. 8 to 4 Crawford. Okay. I would probably do the other split, but this is okay. Okay, let's see how Brad wants to play this one. Okay, he makes the anchor, which I do kind of like. 5 looks pretty reasonable also. So I probably would have ended up doing what Brad did, but there's other 5s. Like you could hit, or you could play 10 to 5 with the 5. They both have their merits. And I don't know if there's something else with the 2. Now, I guess anchoring maybe was the best thing you could do with the 2 there. All right, 6-5 by Dougie. Okay, so you hit there. It's working well. I would get the backman out of there with the 6. Yeah, this is a good play. It's not going to work. All right, yeah, make the 10 is okay. Good asset out there. And now, I mean, let's see. Okay, he's not really paying to the gammons here. So he could try something a little more entrepreneurial like this, and either this or make the 11 or something. Because, okay, so he gets hit, right? And that's bad because he gets gammon more. But like I said, gammons don't really hurt him much at the score. And like it could come in and like make a second anchor or something, and then he doesn't mind the fact that he got hit. So I guess I would do something like this, but I'm not sure. I would make the 4 and then find two more. And Brad's play looks okay. Keeps the midpoint. And I think Dougie should give up his midpoint. I mean, I would like to jump out with the 5, but then the 6 is sort of bad. Although I guess you could play 13 to 7, duplicate aces, right? But I would probably end up doing this. Now he's stuck though, you know? And actually, so the ones not only do if you do the other play, not only do the ones hit in both places, but the ones cover the 5-point blot. So the duplication there is like really strong. So it might have actually been worth a look. 23 to 18, 13 to 7. Yeah, well, both players are sort of stuck. 6-4. He's got a 6 price, really open way to enters here. You just have this one turn to do it. Yeah, Dougie is sitting pretty. I don't know if Dougie like understands that gammons don't really help him at the score very much. Like I've seen Dougie sort of play too much for the gammon at scores like this. Yeah, I think a little better to play. Well, I don't know. It's a little better to play 6 to 2, but that's not that clear. Because if White wants, he can actually like vacate the 9 point and let Black out on 6s and hope to close out 2 or 3 checkers there. Like 9, for instance, like 9 to 7, 9 to 5. I mean that's like pretty reasonable if gammons count. because now black's going to have to run with a single 6, give up the anchor, and then white gets to attack. It's called like the trap play. You usually don't do it against a 4-point board, but there's kind of good reason to do it here. But again, the fact that gammons don't really help white makes it a little suspicious to me. Like gammons don't help white because the Crawford game and white needs an odd number of points to win the match. So I probably would have played that a little differently than Dougie. Like you give up that 9 points. You do lose a little more, I think, because black could just like get to a position where like he's happy to run with 6-6 or whatever. But I don't know. Seems to be working out okay. Okay, so he's ripping 2. Maybe not necessarily for the gammon, but because he's a little worried about the race, which is understandable here. Okay, great shot by Dougie. Yeah, a lot of blot numbers there. Basically, I had to roll a 1, a 2, a 4, 3, or and I think that's it. I think he had 22 safe numbers there. So 14 blotters there. Guy could have been missing something there though. Yeah, but it looks like Dougie's bringing this one home. No gammon. It's going to be 8-5, 1 away, 4 away Crawford. Yeah, now Dougie's going to double right away, and gammons are going to be super duper valuable. In fact, a little more valuable than 1 away, 2 away Crawford. Just a little bit. What just happened there? Did you not cube? Wait, yeah, you should have cubed that. That's sort of a big oversight. There he goes. All right, no harm. Okay, Brad is cruising for a bruising maybe after the 1-6. 5-3, nice shot. 6-4, bad shot. 3-2. Unclear how to play this, but Brad, given the score, he makes a nice anchor. Although actually with the 3, maybe he should have played a different 3. Make the anchor and then play a 3 down or 3 in or something. Not that Brad's played necessarily wrong. It's just there were some options there. It looked like he played it quickly. Yeah, now I do kind of like this because you do kind of need to spring the guy at some point. So it makes it easier to spring the guy and keep the anchor. Okay, this maybe is unnecessary with the 2. I don't know. He's a little worried. He's a little worried about getting that guy stuck. Those guys stuck. So he splits. 5-2. Yeah, I guess even at the score where gammons don't help black, be pretty reasonable to hit off the ace. I think to try to deny white this long-term anchor. That's unnecessary. Also, I think. Like, why not play 10-9? Get 4 builders for the 3. And then if white enters like on the ace point with 1, then you can make the 7 points. Yeah, Brad seems to be playing a little hastily. And he didn't play hastily against me. It was very. I lost to Brad in round 1. He was very methodical against me, and he played well. I think he outplayed me actually. There was kind of a lot at stake in our match because there was like playoff implications. There's no real playoff implications here. Yeah, I mean 13-5 might be correct. Keep blocking 5-5. All right, so now I don't know, you can play 13-8. Block a number like 5-5-5-3, but there's another plan where you hit loose on the 3 and try to push black back and like try to build like a real prime in front of them. So that might have been worth a look. And of course you don't really care about getting hit that much here. Okay, Brad clears the 11, the 7 point early it looked like. Huh. I don't know about this. I feel like because there's no playoff implications, and I think maybe these guys hedged on the prize money. I think Brad isn't like super focused like he was against me. You know, that's what I'm guessing, anyways. Not that Brad's playing badly or anything. It's just he's playing a lot of these plays hastily when like there's some like real options there. Like the 4-4, for instance. Like I wouldn't know what to do there. Well, it's possible Brad just had a good handle on it too. Alrighty, yeah, you gotta get the third guy off that point, because like say Black rolls just like a 6-5 or something. White does want to get down to one checker on that point, so to make Black's subsequent aces bad. And so if you leave three guys back on the ace point and you roll an ace, you can't vacate that point. Yeah, like he's got bad aces here. Yeah, if White can hit, actually he's not doing that badly, because he gets to screw around and try to pick up another checker. Well, no, he's sort of dead even when he does hit. Might as well try though. Get like 7% if you close out one checker, and that's the only checker left on the board. Okay, it looks like both players played quite well. So what do I know? I don't know. I guess that wasn't sloppy. I'm going to sign off soon, but I just want to look at some of these decisions. You know, like this game is like perfect. This is the last game. This is the last game, so this should be the 4-4. Yeah, like this. Okay, yeah, so Brad did have a good handle on this, apparently. Like, I wouldn't have, I mean, like, you can do this and leave, like, no blot numbers next roll, basically. Clear a bunch of points, but you create this horrible gap where White gets to split into it. So Brad just doesn't create a gap. Doesn't overstack the two, you know, to play like, I guess you can't. Oh, you can't stack the two without leaving a shot. I see. Yeah, maybe this was easier than I was giving it credit for. What about Dougie's plays? You know, I guess Dougie had a good handle on this also. So this is the 5-away Crawford game. Okay, bunch of close stuff here, fine. But it looks like the computer always wants to make the 4 points, and then look around for 2 more. So this is all okay. Even making the 11 and the 4 is okay. Yeah, so the computer does not like the play that Brad was looking at. Playing safe, making the 7. Because yeah, just getting hits is not that bad here. Oh, and then what about this? Okay, so it's not crazy to duplicate aces by jumping out. Yeah, obviously this is sort of standard, right? Not exposing yourself to a double shot and 2 blots in the outfield. But yeah, due to the extreme 1 duplication and the fact that you really want to get that back man out, this is okay. Okay. I'm supposed to play 6-2, hope white cracks. I'd appeal it like Brad's plan, good. 4-2, right. Okay, so Dougie's play of clearing the 9. Yeah, it doesn't win as many games, but it does win more gammons. By a good margin, like 5% more gammons than something like this, or whatever. So it would be okay if at like most match scores. But because gammas don't really help Dougie here, the computer doesn't want to trap black off the 3 points. It's a little weird to do it against a 4-point board, but I mean, black is like, if you just play like normally, black like does have some like okay win chances anyways from the 3-point game. Like here, you can just pop with a 6-6 and be like okay. Or here. Yeah, good heads up play here to worry about the race. Leave some extra risk. Let's see, what else was going on? Oh, the five-away game. Oh yeah, the double. Oh yeah, good find by Brad here. Yeah, I mean, I probably would have been able to find this also at the score, but I honestly thought it'd be a little closer, because it just seems like a good game for white, like a decent game for white. So I thought the take would actually be a little bigger, but yeah, the positional edge is pretty huge. This structure versus this structure, 8 and the 2-point together. Black gets a lot of point-making numbers. Yeah, good 3-3 going for the Backgammon. Wonder what best for the win would be. Yeah, so he's close. It looks like it's close for the win versus something like this. I guess white can still counter prime black. But yeah, for the gammon, you definitely want to hit. 2-4. Can he slot here? Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, 9-5 or 8-4. Do the I mean, it wins more, loses more gammons. Wins more because you get hit and you might make a second anchor, or you don't get hit and you get to fill in your position. Oh, he gets his other plan. 3-3. I was wondering what happens if white rolls 2-1 here. You make the 4. Almost all your rolls crack in some fashion. So I don't know, if white rolls 2-1, you're supposed to make the 20-22 point here. Get 2 guys to the edge of the prime. Forgo making the closed board. I think so. Could be way off though. Yeah, you come up to the edge of the prime. How bad is making the 4? It's really, really bad. Yeah, I guess this does too much. This does too much to forgo coming up to the edge of the prime. Alrighty, is there anything else? Yeah, I guess that's it. Alrighty. But yeah, thanks for watching. Yeah, I hope you got something out of this. Yeah, feel free to ask questions or leave your own comments down below. And we will see you next time.